Why are the United States and Israel attacking Iran? And how long could this war last? Conflict across the Middle East continues to escalate after the United States and Israel launched large-scale attacks on Iran, especially through airstrikes. This operation has been named Operation Epic Fury. However, this appears to be only the beginning phase of the offensive. Israel and the United States reportedly killed Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, on February 28th. In addition to him, the Israeli military stated that dozens of high-ranking officials, key leaders within the powerful Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, were also killed. In retaliation, Iran launched attacks against Israel and US allied countries across the Middle East. Several nations hosting US military bases, including Qatar, Bahrain, Jordan, the United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Oman, and Saudi Arabia, have all been targeted. Iran's main weapon in this conflict has been the Shahed suicide drones, which have played a major role in the war. Following the death of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran quickly filled the leadership vacuum. On March 8th, his son, Mojtaba Khamenei, was appointed as the new supreme leader, succeeding his father. Why did the United States and Israel jointly attack Iran? Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, described the initial strike on February 28th as a preemptive attack intended to remove threats against the State of Israel. Although he did not fully explain why military action was necessary at this time, it aligns with Israel's long-standing strategy, striking enemies before they strike first. There is a well-known principle often associated with Israeli thinking, rooted in biblical tradition. If someone comes to kill you, rise up and kill them first. Iranian leaders have long vowed to destroy Israel. Furthermore, Iran has been actively developing its technology with the goal of potentially producing nuclear weapons. From Israel's perspective, allowing a hostile nation that openly threatens its existence to acquire nuclear weapons is unacceptable. The short answer is no, Israel cannot stand by and allow that to happen. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio stated on March 2nd that the United States was aware of Israel's planned actions. This suggests that the US also acted preemptively to counter potential Iranian attacks on American forces. Within the United States, some members of Congress have called on President Donald Trump's administration to provide evidence that Iran posed an immediate threat before launching military action. A long-standing conflict. Israel and the United States, close allies, have been Iran's greatest enemies since the Islamic Revolution in 1979. Iranian leaders have repeatedly called for the destruction of Israel and have labeled the United States as their primary dushman, enemy. Both countries have led opposition against Iran's nuclear program, claiming that Iran seeks to develop nuclear weapons, an accusation that Iran strongly denies. In June 2025, Israel and the US attacked Iranian nuclear and military sites in a 12-day war. Since then, they have claimed that Iran has been attempting to rebuild its nuclear program and develop missiles capable of carrying nuclear warheads. Donald Trump stated that these missiles could eventually reach the United States, although this claim has not been supported by US intelligence assessments. From Israel's perspective, Iran represents an existential threat. Israel seeks the complete dismantling of Iran's nuclear and missile programs, and potentially even regime change within the country. Failed diplomacy. In reality, this conflict follows repeated failures in negotiations between the United States and Iran over Tehran's nuclear program. President Donald Trump stated, "Large-scale military operations were launched because Iran refused every opportunity to abandon its nuclear ambitions." Both Israel and the US maintain that Iran continues its nuclear weapons program, despite the 2015 nuclear agreement and earlier claims that Iran's nuclear facilities had already been destroyed. On March 6th, Trump declared that there would be no deal with Iran unless it agreed to unconditional surrender. Later, on March 14th, he said that although Tehran wanted a deal, he was not ready because the conditions were not good enough. What targets has Iran attacked? Iran has primarily targeted Israeli government and military sites, especially in Tel Aviv and other strategic locations. As of March 15th, Israeli authorities reported that 12 civilians had been killed by rocket attacks since the war began. The deadliest attack occurred in West Jerusalem on March 1st, killing 9 people. Iran has also carried out attacks in countries hosting US and allied military bases. As of March 13th, 13 US military personnel had been killed.
Iran is also accused of expanding its attacks to other targets, including oil facilities, transportation hubs, and civilian locations such as hotels in Dubai. So far, at least 20 people have been killed across the Gulf region, mostly security personnel and foreign workers. 8 deaths in the United Arab Emirates, 6 in Kuwait, 2 each in Oman, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain. In Iraq, Iran's attacks have also intensified. A French soldier was killed by a drone strike at a Kurdish military base in northern Iraq.